just absolutely epic at this stage. So it's literally pick up a stone, throw it, and you're going to hit a fish.
The bottom fishing has been off its head. There are lots of slinger soldiers and some good sized Englishmen.
And I'm loving it. I'm getting super excited. My tackle bag is already in my car.
There you go, buddy. Hit it now!
This is the Angler News SA podcast. I'm Vanessa Green.
Hello, anglers. It is so good to be back, and it's the perfect time. We're back in the perfect timing because, guys, we have hit the autumn sweet spot. It is absolutely epic out there. The fishing right now is off the charts, right? I mean, it is exactly everything we imagined. It's exactly all the species we imagined, and the vast variety of species that are coming out right now. I am super excited. I have my fishing plan booked for the next 4 weeks, and I still don't think that's enough, right? And I hope you've got your plans booked as well, because right now we are talking about the species like rockard, we're talking about cob, there's sharks, there's brusher, there's shad, there's snook. There's an incredible amount of tuna out right now. The kuta are huge. It is amazing. And you know what? Even the freshwater, the stillwater trout, it's on fire, which is music to my ears because that's where I'll be next week. But we also got 2 weeks for river season left, so make sure you make that happen. Now we've got an amazing show. It is jam-packed. It's full of action. It is full of fish. That's what you're here for. But before we get you to where the fish are, guys, huge shout out to our sponsors, the Kingfisher.
The Kingfisher are the leading fishing tackle specialist. We stock gear for every facet of fishing, from carp to kuta, marlin to trout. Basically, everything. We have stores across KZN, from Toti to Salt Rock, Durban to Pietermaritzburg. You can also find us online at kingfisher.co.za.
Thank you, the Kingfisher. So guys, let's get into it. Let's start off on the North Coast because I'm going to leave the South Coast today, and that is the sweet spot. That is where the action is absolutely epic. I mean, I am getting like over 30 images a day coming out of the South Coast. So stay tuned. That's coming up soon. Now let's talk about the North Coast because that's our cover catch. Dean Reddy, how's that for a mammoth cob, right? I mean, huge cob coming out of the North Coast. Apart from the cob, Garrick has come out. That was Adam Schlote. There's been some brusher. There's been some bronze bream. And there's also been a good couple of shad. Now, further up on the North Coast, guys, I didn't get too many reports of what's going on there. I will be getting some soon. But what I can tell you is that the offshore, it is a tuna fest, right? I mean, tuna bonnies, huge bonnies. The bonnies are like almost the size of tuna. I'm talking like 5-6 kilo bonnies, right? But the offshore fishing is fantastic. There's been so much of kuta coming out. There's still the snook coming out. The Dorado did quite an up on the North Coast, but yes, the North Coast is fishing pretty well. Now, staying closer to home, Durban, we've got Mike V and Brad Krobler with this week's fishing reports.
How's it, guys? The sea not being so bad at all the last few days. The places did throw some lovely fish. Guys going north were finding some lovely cob, spinner sharks, greys, small diamonds, things like that. The guys going south were doing the same thing. Cob, bronze bream, lanterns, all that sort of fishing. It's that time of the year now where you'll start targeting more edible fish than inedibles. So that is what you're going to be looking for. Durban beaches had a couple very small shad on them. Some snapper salmon, 1 or 2 grunters, 1 or 2 small stumpies. A few cob around in the Durban area, but they're small. Nothing major. The oaks that were traveling out of Durban going either south or north are finding some better cob on the beaches. Oaks still fishing for the greys or finding the odd one here and there, but you're not too wild. It's mainly edible species this time of year, so that's what the guys are targeting. On the ski boat and paddle ski side of Durban, there's been a couple bonnies around. The guys have been getting some kuta. The oaks have been getting some snook, things like that. But again, not a lot of fish. The oaks that did find them got quality fish, mainly live baits. You're getting the better fish, but the oaks are battling to get the live baits. So yeah, it goes that way. Otherwise, on the bottoms, good couple of beck, good couple half cob, 1 or 2 doggers around on the bottom, rock cods, slingers, those sort of things. But the guys are doing some good work out there. Durban Bay again, lovely grunter. some lovely small cob, which the guys are catching on artificials. They're also putting down some live pinkies in it and getting some mouse cob as well by the harbour mouth of the boat. Otherwise, some kingies and some spring around. But for the light tackle guys, Durban Bay is definitely the place to be. Guys, thank you very much. This is Mike B for ANSA News. Thanks.
Oh, good day, guys. Brad here, Linsky Fishing Charters. As I said, the same, very similar to last week. Guys, the bottom fishing has been off its head. There are lots of slinger soldiers and some good-sized Englishmen as well. Some nice rock cards. Half cob still in abundance. Keelbeck are starting to show their face. 1-1-1-1. And some good doggers in the nut time. On the game fish side, the shallows with the snook and cooter, yeah, they still around off them slaty and more snook of the Blue Lagoon area. Yes, and then guys, people who want to go out and look for game fish in the deep, yeah, there's still some Dorado around and the really clean water out in the deep side. So guys, tight lines, this is Brad for Angling News South Africa, and speak to you guys all next week.
Oh, what a start. That is music to my ears. So many species coming out. The fish are there, guys, and the conditions are looking absolutely amazing. I mean, we've got that full moon out right now, right? And if you want to know more about the full moon and all its gravitational pull and the spring tides and how to fish with it, especially if you want to go out and get that cob and you need to wade out a bit further, well, you're in luck because we have got the lowdown of the entire bit. Moons and tides. It's in our new episode of the Deep Dive. If you haven't heard it as yet, please go and give it a listen. You can find it on Spotify, Apple Pod, Google Pods, wherever you listen to your podcast on. Give it a listen. Let me know what you think. Let me know how insightful this is for you, because I can assure you this is going to change your game if you don't understand how moons and tides affect your fishing. Now, let's get into the freshwater side before we head down to the south coast. Let's chat with Jan, and he has got some very exciting news for us.
Hey there, guys. The recent frontal system which came across the country and heralded winter, it also gave the fish a wake-up call, as we have seen some action. With the lack of any recent rains, it's amazing how fast water levels are dropping, with the water coming over mid now just a transparent sheet from the solid white that it was recently. With the front, overnight temperatures in the Midlands dropped into single-figure range, but are now back up and hovering around the low double-figure mark. So waters are not cooling quite as fast as we would have hoped or expected just yet. While the lower stretches of rivers might still be a tad high, upper stretches are reportedly near sublime. Guys, time is fast running out for the trout river season. A mere 2 weeks till closing day on Saturday, 31st of May. So get out there, call in sick or take leave. The time is now. Both the Bushmans and the Moy River saw attentions from the Natal Fly Fishers Club anglers in the last week, and both waters showed off their pretty brown trout jewelry. Fish ranging from the 7 to 9 inch or 18 to 23 centimeter class 3 to the 15 to 17 inch or 38 to 43 centimeter brackets. Top tips here, guys. Pick the slower water and eddies for some dry fly action, while the deeper pools might require some dredging with weighted patterns. Water temperatures should be starting to drop from the rivers as the water's coming from down up on high, and last reported at 14.5 degrees centigrade. Still water's also starting to wake up. Some good fish being reported in the NFFC returns, which slotted into the 17 to 19 inch or 43 to 48 centimeter and 21 to 23 inch or 53 to 58 centimeter classes. Water temperature still reportedly sitting around the middle mark for the middle waters, and whereas the higher waters should be a couple of degrees cooler and clearing. The cold snap could also well have signaled fish to switch into nuptial mode and just parking off on the spawning banks, where they might just become a little picky. As one of the returns noted, 3 fish sitting on the edge of a bank that could not be tempted with any form of offering. Frustrating winter sight fishing at its very best. Those that were tempted to take a nibble were taken on a mix of zonka and minky style patterns, with some smaller patterns, for example damselfly and other nymphs, coming to the fore now. The weekend of 3rd of May saw the third leg of the Joey's Tournament Trail taking place in Albert Falls Dam. Fishing was reportedly super tough, with some 8 boats suffering the dreaded blank, but of course there were a couple of teams that had some rewarding fishing, with 5 boats managing to put in a bag of 5 fish. Congrats to Team PK Builders, taking the win with a bag of 11.42 kilos, which included fish of 1.5 and 1.7 kilos. The spell of kinder weather over the last week or so has had guide Mark Yelland singing the praises of the yellowfish at Sturkfontein. Quote, "The weather has been sublime and the fishing has been good. Heaven on a stick," to quote Mark. So guys, do stop in at the Kingfisher Madsburg for the best in tackle advice. This is Jan Korabel reporting for Kingfisher and for Anglo News South Africa.
Thank you. Yeah, now that is music to my ears. And the reason is because I am going trout fishing next week. I am fishing Crystal Waters. I am so excited for this one. It's our annual Crystal Waters trip. If I go fly fishing fishing at least even once a year, I make sure it is to crystal waters, and that is happening. Oh, yes, and that fishing is going on. Watch this space. Watch out for my socials. I am coming back with fish. All right, now let's get down to the South Coast because that's where I'll be fishing this weekend. I am as curious as you as to what's going on. Well, in fact, I actually got a head start because I've been getting all these images from Adam and all the other South Coast groups with all the catches that are coming out on a daily basis. It got me super excited, hence my trip down there. And if you want to see these catches, make sure to check it out on my socials. Angler News SA, it'll be on YouTube, and of course, I will have some of these catches on my TikTok channel as well. Once again, under Angler News SA. All right, so now let's start off the South Coast reports with Ray Thompson and what he's been hearing of.
To start off, far south, again, has definitely without a doubt been the place to be. There are a lot of bream, a lot of carp, and a lot of edible fish down south. The weather coming forward is showing that this week is going to be an absolute knockout down south coast. So it doesn't matter where you are, whether you are on the south coast, and I'm talking the lower south coast, all the way through to Mamson, Texas. The fishing is going to be epic this weekend. There has been some stumpies and that coming out in the Warner Beach area, as well as the odd small shad. There's been one grey shark around as well, especially in the Scottsboro area. So guys, go out there, wet the line. You're going to have a lovely weekend.
Thank you, Ray. What a start. Oh, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm getting super excited. My tackle bag is already in my car. If that wasn't enough to make you go and check your traces, make sure you got enough sinkers, make sure your leader line is strong enough, your knots are good enough, guys, listen to this from Adam.
Hey Vinesh, so fishing down the south coast the last 2 weeks has been absolutely epic. We've had groundswell, we've had brown water, but man alive, we've had fish coming out on the south coast from eds to non-eds. Just been absolutely epic. The only sort of facet I'd say has really been a little bit on the slower side has particularly been the bass fishing. However, the guys deep sea and the guys rock and surf have been catching some awesome fish recently, Vinesh. Just some notable catches. Darby getting himself a nice kingy. We've got Brendan Hook from Hookies catching himself a gorgeous copper stiembras, and Navrone with an awesome cob. So yes, fishing has been exciting down here. In actual fact, I wouldn't even say it's been most of the popular spots. Even some of the spots that we normally know for scratching has been producing some really good cob and some awesome non-eds. We've got sandies, we've got hound sharks still, we've got flat nose sharks, we've got some decent shad. And again, they haven't been in numbers of shad, so don't get too excited just on that. We've also had some cob ranging in sizes from just making size slightly undersized to well over 10 kilos plus. So yes, it's definitely been having an exciting time here for the anglers going out because even the kingies are around, and we've seen some snook jumping in the Sheppey area. Just absolutely epic at this stage. So it's literally pick up a stone, throw it, and you're going to hit a fish. Even getting sandies, smaller lessers. I can't say exactly where you're going to catch a fish because at this stage it's everywhere from Port Edward right up to Hebridean. All your deep water spots definitely going to target some non-eds. Margate Pier again just rocking with the non-ed species. And again, not sizes, but just numbers, Vinesh. It's absolutely unreal at this stage. Even catching rock hard, huge stone bream. So yes, all baits are working currently. At this stage, you could probably put a leather shoe, Vinesh. It's just unreal. But yeah, so it's all happening down on the coast, guys. I hope everyone's had an awesome last couple of days in the week. And yes, coming up to the weekend, I hope everyone gets some good fish out there. Otherwise, guys, stay safe, tight lines, and let's see those catches. And let's keep up that purple patch for the South Coast.
Adam Lion, you legend. You sure know how to inspire a guy. I am so on my way. I'm going to throw a stone. I'm going to throw a leather shoe. I am making sure the South Coast purple patch is going on. Guys, head south. All right. In fact, you know what? I'm joking. You know what? If you're planning on going north, you know there's fish out there. Then you know there's cob. Oh, but the South Coast. I can't help it. I am heading out there. I hope you are too. I hope you are going to be fishing this weekend. It is looking absolutely amazing from all our reporters. So we've got northeasterly winds going on from the start of the week. It's going to continue right through to Sunday. There's enough oxygen in the water. The watercolor is looking amazing, right? We've got a full moon, springtide, lots of energy out there, lots of movement. There will be fish. So get out there, get fishing. Listen to the Angler News podcast next week. Listen to the deep dive for more insights on that moon phase. And until the next one.
This is the Angler News SA podcast. I'm Vanessa Green. Find more episodes at ecr.co.za under podcasts or your favorite podcast app. Let's fish for the future.